believe Buffalo is going to win it, folks.
Kick your heels up and shout.
We've seen why the Buffalo Bills are en route to the playoffs.
Come on now, the Bills are making it happen now. Stand up now, come on and shout.
Buffalo Bills go undefeated. And we're going to the Super Bowl. Yeah.
Now, baby, come on, come on.
No one circles the wagon like the Buffalo Bills.
We are live, and we are back. Hello to everybody out there. Listen. We was having a little bit of technical difficulties. I don't know what's going on in the city of Buffalo, but, power outages is happening. I had some street lights out when I came in, and then the internet was acting finicky. I'm not about to plug the internet service, but call them and ask them what's going on. You know what I'm saying? But nonetheless, we are here. We're here for the people. This is a joyous occasion because we have legit the best team in football, the Buffalo Bills, and I have yours truly, my guy, Matty Ice, aka Matt COVID, aka Matt the Scammer, aka Matt. I think he got some new skin. Matt, what up with you, man?
No, I'm good, man. I'm good. This is where we're supposed to be. Just happy going into the playoffs. I'm excited.
Wonderful. And also I have our guy, my man Mike Daniels, aka Frank. Hey. Oh. I do apologize. Mike looks like he's in the Twilight. Or he might be in the Mandalorian. I was watching Endgame. He might be Thanos. The daughter with the little thing. But listen, I don't know what's going on. But Mike, how you feeling, man?
Man, y'all know I had to pull up to the town, so I'm in the town. So I had to make a little makeshift studio at my nephew's house. But y'all know I'm here for the playoff game. Got 2 tickets going for 10 bands. Holla at me. 2 tickets going for 10 bands. Call my phone.
Listen, hit him up if you need some tickets. But no, in all seriousness, Mike is here. You know what I'm saying. Listen, for the people, we wanted to do a live show, but some things kind of canceled the live show effective immediately.
by live, we mean like in person with all of us.
In person show with all of us.
We are friends.
Yes. For sure, we are friends. We want to do it, but of course, we couldn't do it. Our guy Mills. Shouts out to Mills. He's definitely working hard, delivering stimmies. He delivering the stimulus checks as we speak right now. I think he gave his mother one. Apparently, he bought her a new car. It's crazy. I don't know what's going on. Listen. I'm gonna be honest. If you don't receive a stimulus check, Mills might have took it and bought his mama a car. I don't know.
Stacked him up. Stacked him up for sure.
Listen, I can't tell you. And shouts out to Rad. Rad is down but not out. You know what I'm saying? He's down but not out. He will be back on this show. So prayers to him. His speedy recovery. All right. Yeah. Matt, I need you to do me this quick favor. Can you please let the people know who we are sponsored by?
All right, I'm sure everybody can see it. This podcast is brought to you guys by Buffalo Wing Kings. If it's 2 things the guys here know at Overdue Bills, it's the Buffalo Bills and it's chicken wings. Buffalo Wing Kings, they're located at 484 Elmwood Avenue, opening up 2 new locations this year. One in the University District on Main Street, the other one in the Black Rock Riverside area on Niagara Street. Wing Kings, they have over 101 flavors, and they're Wing of the Month special. They're definitely sure to school every other wing place around. Give them a call right now at 716-248-1427 and find out why they say, and we know that they got the best wings in town, hands down. And also, when you give them a call and you order, you mention the Overdue Bills podcast, you get an extra 10% off your whole order. So make sure you use that, man. Drop our names, man. Get it done. Go get some wings.
Absolutely. Please
drop. I'm so happy because when we do these reads and everybody know like I'm in Michigan. So I could never get any Wing Kings. My guy called me, who the winner. He said wings are on him this weekend. So I'm definitely gonna get out with my boy because Wings is on him, but we get to there later.
For sure. For matter of fact, we can get to there right now because listen, we appreciate everybody that's watching right now. We got a lot of people that's watching. If you are in the comments, listen, this is going to be a heavy fan engagement show. We want you in the comments. We want to talk back to the fans. We want y'all to ask questions, answer questions. We in the playoffs. Listen, it's that type of day. It's that type of day, that type of week. So we need the fan engagement, and then Terry Hogan to let you know your stimmy is on the way. It is on the way. So be patient.
Yep.
Be patient. Yeah.
Go ahead.
Okay, Matt.
Just I guess just to start on that. Well, we can get into the contest in a second, but I do see my guy, Mr. Norm. He hit me up. Derek Norman. He hit me up. He's like, hey, I want you to know. When I was on the show, he was on the show. I don't know if you guys saw. You can go back and look at the video. We had both the chefs on.
It did numbers.
He did tell us that the Bills were going to win out, and they did so far. So I want to shout him out for that right now. It's my boy.
Absolutely. Shout out to Mr. Norm.
Shout out to Mr. Norm.
And shout out to our guy. Rest in peace, Mark Corn. We love you. All right. Yep. So listen. We got to get to the contest winners. It's a little controversy. Matt has to explain it. It was controversy last week.
The fix is in.
Listen. I see our guy. I think that's Shrug. Shout out to Shrug. Shout out to Shrug. I taught Shrug the ropes. Hashtag basketball. You can look at any film. He'll tell you himself. I taught him the ropes. I gave him a little. You know what I'm saying? Everybody know that. But listen, Matt. People say the fix is in. People say that the contest is rigged. Can you relieve the people of their hearts and minds?
Hey man, so we had a little controversy. We had our guy Josh Coaster,
my boy Josh,
also my brother.
Oh my God!
And, yep. he won again this week. He got, but he was a co-winner last week. He wasn't the only person to win last week, but this week he was almost spot on with the total yardage. We didn't have a clear cut score prediction winner because I don't think anybody predicted that. Nobody predicted that whooping we put on those boys. But Josh was closest to the yardage. You could check the timestamps back in the competition. We closed them up at 1:45. I also take screenshots just in case anybody wants to get tricky and edit their little prediction. You know what I mean? So I'm on it. No fixes in. We definitely appreciate everybody getting in, and we're gonna have something special. We're gonna have a couple of winners this week. We'll explain that later.
Hey, here at Overdue Bills, we do believe in nepotism.
Absolutely.
Nepotism.
Absolutely. And let me say this. We do call Matt, aka the scammer. So listen, I will say this in full disclosure. I don't have anything. I won't say I don't have anything to do with the contest because I'm a part of the show. But Matt does handle the contest. So listen, if it's any chicanery, if it's anything that's going on,
any malarkey,
hit the coasters up. Mama Coasters in the comments, Daddy Coaster in the comments, both brother Coasters is in the comments. Listen, you hit them up personally. Listen and leave.
Man, we gotta do some cost saving somewhere, man.
And let me say this to the people because this show is never a racial show, but y'all see what color is doing it. We can move on. All right. We can move on. All right. Here we go. Quick question of the day. And I wanted to ask this, and I need you in the comments if you can. I need you to put your comments in there. What was the lowest point or moment in your Bills fandom? Right? And let me frame this properly because we're second seed. I think Norm said it. Somebody said it in Navarro. Somebody said it in the comments. We're second seed. I mean, we're 13-3. I literally wanted to screenshot the 13-3 and us being number 3. You know, and I wanted to screenshot it so I could keep it forever. But again, we're 13-3. One of the best teams in football. But it kind of hit me at work today. And I wanted to know, I want the people to answer this question as well. But Matt, let me go to you first. What was the point in your Bills fandom, like, or you was at your lowest point, where you said, like, yo, this is trash, man. Like, you know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, in full disclosure, we were not adults or even close to being, cognizant of what was going on during the 90s when the Bills went to 4 Super Bowls in a row and lost. That's not our testimony.
Yeah.
But you know what I'm saying? Since then, Matt, can you tell me, like, what was the point in your Bills fandom where you could say, yo, man, this is bad right here?
Well, just like the getting so close and, and just not having the team that should have been there, like in the playoffs or anything like that, but getting so close. And then, our chance at getting into the playoffs just getting ripped away by something happened, or like we just couldn't beat a team that played their backups. We couldn't handle business. We just were always that team. And that was the lowest point, is like, come on. And then we had a big group of season ticket holders when we first bought like 9 years ago. And, that dwindled down every year. It seemed like everybody's like, I don't think I want to get him if Thad Lewis is going to be our starter, or if you know what I mean? So it's just situations like that. Lewis. Yeah, that was just a low point, I guess. That was a lead. I guess there wasn't a specific time or year, but just that constant, like, oh man, here we go again. That was the lowest point for me.
Mike, before you go, Mike, because let me go, because, we have notes for the show. I try to get, you know what I mean? I'm hosting the show. I try to put notes out there for, Mike, Matt, everybody. And Mike, told us, as soon as we got on the show, I ain't look at no notes. But listen, that's right. So I'm going to give Mike a little bit of time to think. And I'm going to say mine.
I don't need any.
Okay, Mike don't need, but let me say mine's. It's 2. I'm going to give you the first one, and then I'm going to let Mike go, and I'm going to give you the real one. The first one is last year, and this is shout out to one of my coworkers, my guy Hank. I gotta tell it because it's hilarious to me, but it was a low point for me. It was last year. Honest to God, it was last year. Got the taste of the playoffs, right? We was in the playoffs. Actually, we should have won the playoff game. And my guy Hank went to the playoff game, right? So he went to the playoff game. We was all happy at our job. Hank going for us. You know what I'm saying? We all happy, like, yo, Hank, have fun out there for us. Have fun out there for us. So, granted, we lost. He comes back to work. I'm like, yo, Hank, how was the game? He said, man, it was crazy. He said, when we was up, he said he was out in the stands. He said it was Texans all around him. He up there Millie rocking. Yeah, we up. He wildin'. He said the game turned. He said every fan around him was like, I said, hey, are you kidding me? I swear, in that moment, I felt that. Like, I felt that in my chest. Like, being there and having everybody around you like, yo, what's up? What's happening now? It's a terrible feeling. So that hit me. And watching that game, I can't tell you, I lost my voice. Like, I lost my voice, and they called me preach. I swear I had to preach the next day, and I was like, yeah, my voice was legit gone. But that was one. Mike, let me get yours.
For me, it's easy. It was the Cam Newton draft. That season, leading up to it, the Bills was like, I want to say 0-8. Like, we were terrible. And then they made the switch to Ryan Fitzpatrick, and then out of nowhere, we started winning games for no reason. We ended up like 4-12 and got like the number 3 pick. And we ended up with Marcel Darius. I want to say that was Cam Newton, Von Miller. And then we got Marcel Darius. So all we had to do was lose a couple more games. We had Cam or Von Miller. And at that point, I said, okay, this team can't even lose correctly. We can't win. We can't lose. Like, we are stuck in the middle. For so long, we were 6-10 for no reason.
Yeah,
I remember. So
for me, that was the low point. Was like, okay, we can't even lose, right? I don't know what to do with this team. So that was the low point for me.
We appreciate you. We appreciate everybody in the comments, especially Tara. She gave her her moment. You know what I'm saying? And to, I think, Derek Norman, he asked a question: are any of you guys going to the game Saturday? I think Matt is the only one that has season tickets right now. Matt, are you going?
Yeah, no, I'm not going. Unfortunately, like when they did it in like a senior, so I'm not like a 20+ year guy. It actually got to me to where I was able to try to get them, but they only had at my point, you could buy a 2 or a pot of 4. There was only 2 available, and I went through probably like 7 or 8 pots, put them in my cart, went to buy, and they were gone. It's kind of like, I'm pretty sure it's frustrating, just like getting a pair of sneakers or getting a PS5 these days. It was that similar to that. So no, I'm not going this week. But fortunately, if you didn't get to go this week, when we win and go next week, we're gonna move up the time. There was like a time slot. We'll move up the time slot and get another shot at it. So hopefully we win and I can go next week. I know the chefs are going for sure. They got to have the chefs out there
for sure.
I talked to D Norm the other day.
Absolutely. And I don't know if you're in the comments and you are going, please let us know if you go into the game. And also, we appreciate you liking and sharing. But if you have not liked and if you have not shared this video, please like and share it. And let me tell you this also. Mike shared this on his page. We are on YouTube. And we appreciate our Facebook audience. We still want to keep our Facebook audience, but also we do want people to transition to YouTube. We will be able to put your comments up there. People can see your comments, but we trying to monetize. We trying to get to the bag. I'm going to keep it a stack bundle with y'all. We're trying to get to the bag. So if you want to go on YouTube, listen, please subscribe to our YouTube channel at Overdue Bills Pod on YouTube. All right. So, all right, let's get into this quick recap of this game. It was a legit blowout. You know what I mean? What else is there to say? But I'm going to be honest. I wasn't necessarily surprised, but I was proud, right? Like, I was like, man, like, yo, this is how good teams end the season, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, it was controversy. Should we start the players? Should we not? And I think Sean McDermott, after much criticism that I gave him, I think he made the right decision. He started our starters, or at least on the offensive side. And we came out a little sluggish, but at the end of the day, you know, we just turned the heat on, and we showed the viewing public, the world, at an instant it can be over. Like, you can think you're in the game, and then 2 seconds later we up 14-3. So that game to me was nothing short of amazing. Mike, how you feel about the game?
Yeah, I agree. I thought, the rust versus rest. I'm glad that they did treat it like a preseason game. I think Matt said that last week. He may treat it like a preseason game, maybe half the starters for half the starters for half the game. And what I really love was that they brought Josh back out for that 2-minute drill. Right? I think it was 21-3. I think we all thought, no, he was going back. He was done. Barkley was warming up. But Dable said, no, this is an opportunity to get better. 2-minute drill, 144. Let's act like it is Patrick Mahomes on the other side, and we have to score and we getting the ball back at half. And the fact that they went pass, touchdown, in like almost a minute to where they stopped the Dolphins again, and it was 40 seconds left. And I said, no, let's go score again. But no, we nailed it out. But just knowing that we can score in a 2-minute drill like that versus Patrick Mahomes, that may matter because he may leave you a minute, and that's all you have. So I have full faith in Josh and this offense to score whenever they want.
Yeah, I mean, to put up those numbers against the number one scoring defense, I don't want to, if any Miami fans are in here, I don't want to hear anything about us running the score up. Matt Barkley said it perfectly, man. He's like, we really weren't trying to. He's like, but I don't know what they expected us to go out there and just go 3 and out all game. Like, we're trying to score. We're in there running our stuff, trying to score.
Yeah, I mean, that's some back. It shows. Matt, how do you feel about the game though?
I mean, I felt good about it. I mean, it was definitely some nervous parts. The first drive of the game on defense, Teron Johnson hit Matt Milano, and it's like, and he looks like he got a concussion. It looked like, and Matt Milano got up slow because he hit him right in his hip, and then Diggs too. Those type of things, you kind of like, and then get up, let's go, and that part of it was good. But overall, I thought the game was great.
For sure. Listen, I'm trying to look at the comments and reply. It's crazy. Y'all in the comments today. And we appreciate that. Keep
partying.
Listen, let it go.
They said Mike D in Buffalo. They know I'm delivering some merch. So if you need some merch and you want a special request for Mike D, you gotta say I want Mike D to deliver my merch. I'm delivering.
Absolutely. I see me trying to get the comments up on the screen. I'm working on it. Look a little crazy right now, but I'm gonna figure it out though. Don't worry about it. I'm gonna figure it out. But so listen. It was a complete blowout. Great game plan. I love the bombs. You know what I'm saying? I love the game. I love the game. But that's yesterday's history, right? We moving on to today. And the best part about the game was we knocked out the Miami Dolphins. Like that was simply nothing short of amazing. Like, we had to let them know, listen, we big homie. Keep quiet. You know what I'm saying? Like, keep trying. Better luck next year. But we got a few things before we get into this playoff game. Listen, we need y'all on here because we're gonna talk about this playoff game extensively. But we have to talk about a few things to get some housekeeping things. And Matt put it in the notes rather. But I want to hear y'all thoughts on it as well because there have been throughout the season some interest in our offensive coordinator. Brian Daboll, right? He's literally probably, in my opinion, he's a top 5 offensive coordinator. I think he put himself into that category. He's with the Shanahans. He's with the McVays. He's with the Andy Reids. I think he's in that type of ilk, in that type of conversation. So, Matt, I know you put it in there. So, Matt, can you talk about what's going on, with Daboll and how you feel about it?
So with Daboll, I know it got announced today that the Jets requested to talk to him, which I don't see him taking that job, but there is a dark horse that's scary for me to lose Daboll. That is the Los Angeles Chargers. Anthony Lynn got fired this morning, and the biggest thing is the general manager for the Chargers, Tom Telesco. They went to St. Francis together. So
really,
both Buffalo guys, they got a good situation over there with the quarterback, kind of similar situation to Josh. Can you come in and turn this thing around? Their roster isn't bad. So and it's LA too. So that's another thing that has a pretty big variable in it too, but that one scares me the most out of all of them. But as of right now, the Jets are the only ones that requested to speak to him.
Okay, I mean,
would you? I got a question I'm gonna ask later, but would you rather go up against Patrick Mahomes for the next 20 years or Josh Allen for the next 20 years?
Yeah, I mean, here though, you're still going up against them in that, because we're in the AFC. I understand what you're saying. Division.
Like kind of like Tom Brady. We had Tom Brady.
That makes sense. I don't think he's going to take the Jets job, even if he'll entertain it. I think, but I don't think he's going to leave to go there. Okay. But I mean, with Anthony Lynn getting fired, I didn't know if he was for sure going to get fired. I thought he should have gotten fired, but he's been hanging on every year. So that job opening up scares me the most.
Listen, I would say this, Matt. Sometimes Matt, his internet gets a little COVID-y, but we're working on that. But listen. As far as Daboll is concerned, I do not want to lose him. Right, he's coming into his own. This is his best season by far. I don't want to lose him, but that's the NFL, right? You lose coordinators all the time, and I think Sean McDermott and Brandon Beane has to get to the point where we could just turn them out. I don't want to reference the Patriots, but the Patriots, they lost Daniels. They lost a list of coaches, and I mean, they literally just had the worst season since they had in like 25 years, since my lifetime, this year. So, I mean, we got to get to that point. And if we need to pay him more money, then we need to call Pagula, tell him to open up the Brains truck and give him a couple more dollars. We need to figure that out. But that's neither here nor there. That is out of our control.
Let me shake it up real quick. Let me shake it up. Let me reference the 20 whatever Atlanta Falcons. They go to the Super Bowl, they lose.
It was Shanahan.
Shanahan leaves, and Quinn and the Falcons was terrible pretty much every year after that. And a lot of Falcons fans saying we should have kept Shanahan and let Quinn walk. Is there any? There's gonna be fans that may say that coming up when they will leave. So it's hey, so we keep Daboll and let McDermott walk.
Absolutely not. I mean, it's not even a thought. Like Sean McDermott is a culture changing type of coach, right? Like coordinators are like, granted, Brian Daboll was coming into his own, but let's not have revisionist history and not remember last year where many of us on this platform, this platform wasn't here, but even people in the comments, we had our doubts about Brian Daboll. You know what I mean? Buffalo kid and all. Even this year, when we went through that lull, what is he doing? Why are we not running the ball? What's going on? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, he's a great coordinator. And I think like those things are just out of our control. We have Sean McDermott. He's going to steer the ship. Brandon Beane is going to steer the ship. And I think we'll be fine. We have the best quarterback in football. And let me just get to this. I do want to say something to Derek Norman in the comments. I do believe Mike said it earlier. Well, when we was watching the game, we might have found our running back, man. Antonio Williams, number 35. I'm telling you. He was hitting the holes. He was definitely hitting the holes. Pause. But he was definitely hitting the holes really hard and pause. And you know what I mean? He did his thing out there. So shouts out to him.
Yeah, I like the whole aspect of just guys all over the field stepping up yesterday.
Facts.
Like when they get their shot. Isaiah McKenzie, Cole Beasley goes down. He's not Cole Beaslly. I'm not gonna say that right now. But he's been producing. He's been producing for us all year. And yesterday he took over. So I applaud him on that. And then we got guys on defense stepping up. Dean Marlowe at picks. You got the young guy Dane Jackson making some plays. So guys were looking good yesterday. I'm liking it.
So I just got a new topic in my mind. But anyways, let's move on. We got to get to this playoff game. We got to get to the playoff game.
Definitely.
The Buffalo Bills versus the Indianapolis Colts. But before we get there, let's look at this playoff picture, man. Let's look at the playoff picture. We play the Colts. And listen, I don't like the disrespect. We can look at it two ways, right? Because we have the first game Saturday at 1 o'clock. Some people call it the throwaway game, right? It's just like, whatever, it's the first game. Or we can look at it as they know that the Bills is going to blow out the Indianapolis Colts, so it doesn't really matter. Mere back to shells. You know what I'm saying? We can look at it two different ways. But following that game, the Rams against the Seahawks at 4. Washington plays the Buccaneers. Sunday, Ravens against the Titans. Say that's the game of the playoffs. The Bears against the Saints, and the Browns against the Steelers. And so let me ask this real quick, and especially people in the comments, besides the Buffalo Bills, because we know we're all homers. What game, Matt, are you looking forward to the most? And this is to everybody in the comments. You can answer that question as well.
I would say probably that Ravens-Titans game. That's going to be a good game, I think, all around. I think everybody thinks it's going to be like a slow running game. I think that's going to be a shootout.
Absolutely. I like that. Mike?
Yeah, obviously, that's probably the best game on paper. But that Pittsburgh game, right? Because that's going to determine who we play. And a lot of what shakes up. Are we playing Pittsburgh? Because I don't mind playing Pittsburgh. Or are we playing, Tennessee? Well, we're gonna find out from that Pittsburgh game who we played in that next week. So I'm be really excited for that one.
I'm with you. I definitely it's definitely Ravens Titans for me. Because obviously the implications that it means for our game, you know what I'm saying? And I just think it's gonna be a real interesting game to see how Lamar Jackson fares in the playoffs, because we may or may not be playing him. I mean, it depends. You know what I'm saying? So I would like to see how he plays.
They lost to them last year.
And they lost him last year, and they lost him this year.
And then we'll see, if Lamar Jackson can win a playoff game. I know I have arguments with Ravens fans all the time. Well, Josh never won a playoff game. Yeah, well, neither has Lamar.
Yeah.
So that is yet to be seen.
Yep.
And we got one coming up. You know what I mean? This Saturday. So let me ask y'all this. Let's get into this game. I need everybody in the comments. So let's get this. Matt, you got something to say?
I'm just saying I'm not thrilled that we got the 1 p.m. time slot. I know people were saying maybe it's a small market thing, but we literally blow the ratings out of the water every time we play in a high game like that. So
it's a coach thing. If we were playing the Titans or the Ravens or Pittsburgh, anybody else, whoever played the Colts was probably going there. Unless you,
I would say this, and I think it has something to do with us not having fans. Because if we had fans in this game,
we got fans.
I mean like a full set of fans. Like if we had the whole Bills Mafia, there's no way we could have been a 1 o'clock game. Because, you know what I mean? Just that, you know what I mean? The whole Bills Mafia, them panning to the Bills Mafia, you know what I'm saying? Like that whole thing, like it would have been pandemonium. But nonetheless, let's get into this matchup. And I know a lot of you guys have been asking us to talk about Jonathan Taylor, and we're about to talk about him. So let me go to Mike. Let me just ask this, Mike. How do you feel about the game?
This was, besides the Dolphins, but we talked about last week that we didn't think the Dolphins were going to make it. But this was my second matchup, and it's because that they are a running team, and they have a veteran quarterback, or as I call him, old, right? Taylor, he has like 1,000 yards. I think like rookie record or something. He been playing crazy. He ran for 250. Yeah. I think the Colts have like 2,400 yards as a team. Derrick Henry has 2,000. So when it comes down to, he's not Derrick Henry.
Not at all.
I don't care. I really don't care. He's not going to run for 300 against us. And Phillip Rivers, if we score 21 points, like in an instance, and they have to pass, Phillip Rivers cannot pass the ball on us with those weapons. So I'm not worried about it. If we get out and we score and they have to pass the ball, the game is going to be over by the third quarter.
I hear you. And let me just say this before Matt go. We need you to like and we need you to share this video. We want people to watch it. And also, let me just throw this in there real quick in the gumbo. Merch alert. You know what I'm saying? Listen. Mike hasn't got his merch yet. We sent it to him, or we're supposed to send it to him. But like I said earlier, Ante is out. He delivering the stimulus checks. You know what I'm saying? So if you didn't get your stimulus checks, be patient. Ante is out right now. Listen, but I'll say this in full disclosure. I said it earlier. He just bought his mother a new car, so you may not get it. But that's neither here nor there. But Matt, listen. Hit Matt up. We got Cash App, Venmo. We got the merch. Hit us up. On Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Overdue Bills Pod. We got the merch right here. We got T-shirts. We got some hoodies left. We need y'all to get this before the playoffs so y'all can rock it on the playoff game. Take a picture of it. Let the people see y'all. But Matt,
be in unison. Yep.
We can ship it out to you too. And,
absolutely.
It's had some inquiries to ship it out, so we're gonna make that happen.
Absolutely. But Matt, how do you feel about the game?
I'm gonna piggyback on Mike. It's like I think I don't know if I was talking to you guys or talking to my brother. It's like
which one? The one you scam with to win the contest?
yeah. We're in cahoots. Sure. Like we're gonna eat those wings too. I can't wait.
Yeah, he called me, said, "Yo, pull up, wings on me." So I'm okay with this game and keep it going.
Yep. Nope, that's a fact. We're gonna use that 10% off too. But no, I think Indy's the type of team that we are the best team in the league of not giving up big plays, and they're not a big play offense. They're, I think we can load up the box. Jordan Poyer is going to be used. Jordan Poyer, Matt Milano, they're going to be used a lot in run stopping. So I think this type of team, I'm loving us. I'm loving our chances coming in, and also their defense is good, but our offense is just on another level right now.
Yeah, so we just put up points on the number one scoring defense, so I'm not worried about any defense.
Yeah,
no. And then with the weapons that Phil has. He's bound to make a bunch of mistakes with our blitzing defense.
So let me ask you guys this. As far as schemes is concerned, with that being said, and we know the limitations of a Phillip Rivers, do you think, Matt, that Brian Dable is gonna come out guns blazing? Because that's what we've seen this entire season for the most part. Do you think we're gonna come out like no huddle, right to the line, let's get it going? You know what I mean, early. Or do you think that he's going to kind of put the run game in, mix it up a little bit? How do you feel like the scheme is going to be, or how do you feel that it should be as far as offensively?
I mean, their front seven is really good. They have probably another Pro Bowl snub in DeForest Buckner. They have one of the best middle linebackers in football.
Matt, you got a vote?
Run it. Running the ball is a little is probably going to be tough this game, just like it really has been for our offense. So I don't see them getting away from our coming out guns blazing, throwing the ball and doing what works. I don't see them getting away from that in this game, and nor do I think they should.
To any of my hoopers out there, I know we play for Tech, right? Whenever we play, a lot of times we play like a suburb school, right? We are pressed just to speed it up. Because if you want to sit back and you want to extend the game, right, it's going to be the third quarter. The score going to be 25-28. And you can be like, whoa, what happened? Right? Just get up on them early. Let's get them out the game early. And I think that's what Dable and Leslie are going to do. I think we're going to blitz. We're going to try to turn Phillip over. And we're going to try to score quick, 2-3 plays, whatever it takes, 21-0. Eliminate Jonathan Taylor and Hines completely. And make Frank Wright depend on 39. How old is Phillip Rivers? 39. So rely on his arm in 30-degree weather. So good luck.
Sidearm Phil.
So with T.Y. Hilton and Pascal, come on, what are we even talking about?
I agree, man.
Bills better not lose this game.
Yeah, no. You listen, the Bills better not lose this game. But I agree. I think that we should come out guns blazing. I like at the end of the day, I think we're gonna be up 2 touchdowns, right? Like I just can't see the Indianapolis Colts stopping the Buffalo Bills. Like I don't see it. So as far as scheme is concerned, I think it should be just business as usual. I do think we don't necessarily have to load up, 8 men in the box, but I think, like Matt said, Poyer can't come up for run defense help. We need a gang tackle. Edmonds need to play a little bit better, but that's neither here nor there. Because, and I'm glad I kind of went there because I wanted to ask you guys this. And if you in the comments, you can pick a player out and you can do this as well. I want us to give a message, right? And I was thinking, how am I going to do this? So I kind of want to do it this way. I want us to pick a player, right? I need you to pick an individual player, and I need you to have a one-on-one message with him for the playoffs, right? It could be like building him up or giving him whatever you need, whatever you want to tell to him. But pick a player out, a player that you think that's a key for the Bills, and you need to give him a message like to get him ready for the playoffs. And I'm gonna go to Mike first. And if you in the comments, I need you to put some players down. Maybe we'll pick that player to see if we can give him a message. But Mike, matter of fact, I'm gonna pick the player. Mike, I want you to give a message. Watch this. Tre'Davious White.
Okay, I give a message to White. I had a different defensive player in mind, but I give it to Trey. For me is right. We don't really have any tough wide receivers coming up until we get to the Chiefs, right? So for me, it's just business as usual. Go out there, lock up your defense, right? Because they're gonna have to pass the ball. They're gonna be pass heavy. We're gonna be up 2-3 touchdowns. Just be opportunistic. Get those picks, turn the ball over, and get us out of here. And that's what I would tell them.
Okay. And again, let me just reiterate this. You can be the defensive coordinator, Leslie Frazier. You can call yourself Brian Dale, but you can call yourself Sean McDermott. You can call yourself Governor Andrew Cuomo. I don't care what you call yourself, but I want you to give a message to this player, Matt. And I'm gonna pick somebody that Matt. I was put Ebenezer, but nah, Matt. Talk to Tremaine Edmonds for me. What do you say to him coming up for this playoffs?
Tremaine Edmonds. Basically, keep the stride you have going. You control the defense. Keep making smart plays. Keep reading keep reading everything, and trust your instincts, man. And keep your stride going, and get everybody else on board with what you've been doing the past 8-9 weeks that you guys have been turning up.
Okay.
Now, Priest, I want you to give a message to the player I was thinking about, because I think if this player turned up, it can be really great for us. So I want you to give a message to Jerry Hughes.
Listen, I'm glad you said that, Mike. I would sit Jerry down, right? I would sit Jerry down 6 feet apart, of course. And I would have the room very bright. Right, I'll have the room very bright, and I would look Jerry Hughes right in the face and say, Jerry, I'm gonna be honest with you. You've been a disappointment all my life, but you can turn it around, Jerry. You can turn it around. All you have to do is play a little harder, and listen. When you rush the quarterback, don't rush to this way or that way. How about you tackle him? Right? That's something that you should do, Jerry. Listen. I don't know if it's gonna work or not, but that's something that I would tell Jerry Hughes. Because me and Jerry Hughes, I wouldn't even call it a love-hate relationship. I would just call it a relationship to say, Jerry Hughes, what are you doing? But that's neither here nor there. You know what I mean? Me and Jerry, yeah. But shout out to Jerry. Let me say this though. Shout out to Jerry Hughes for them tickets last year. Shout out to Jerry Hughes. But we see in the comments Micah Hyde. We gonna hit Micah Hyde and we gonna go to the offense. But I got one special for Mike. Mike, talk to Jordan Poyer. And the reason why I say this, everybody, let me put this in the context. Listen, and if you're watching this, please like and share this so people can see this, and definitely tag Jordan Poyer in this.
My God.
Because Mike and Jordan Poyer had a run-in. You know what I'm saying?
Come on.
Listen. I'm not blowing up the portion. Listen.
They were at odds.
Yes.
As the great Tip would say.
They-
At odds.
We had a discussion.
They had a little tiff. They had a little tiff on Twitter, and I'm gonna keep it a stacked bundle. Mike is at Deontay's house. The reason being is because Mike can't go on the block. He can't go on Cortland Ave. They disowned him because Jordan Poyer chumped Mike. Jordan Poyer chumped Mike. But Mike, what would you say to Jordan Poyer? And then Matt, following that, talk to Michael Hyde for me. Then we go on straight to Josh Allen.
I'm crying because I was gonna bring that up. because I wanted to do a show at Mom Duke's house upstairs, from where we had when we did during high school. And I was going to say, I'm on the Ave. They embraced me with open arms. But since I'm over here, because the internet was down over there, like it was a lot of places, I couldn't do it.
The internet was down.
Yeah, the internet was
down.
So, but if I was to sit down here one-on-one, we chop it up, black man to black man, first, of course. And then after that, after we, settled through our personal differences and, we had come to an agreement on that. I was just telling you, bro, like, I know you was a Pro Bowl snub, but listen, you have better things to do the weekend before anyways, or when it ever was. Yeah, you lost out on some money. That's true. But you can go to the Super Bowl and you can turn up there and you can let everybody know I should have been a Pro Bowler. Go out there and win Super Bowl MVP some kind of way. Go and do that. And then nobody's ever going to worry about that Pro Bowl snub again. Like, then you set for life. So I was telling them to go out there and to prove to everybody on this stage that we finally get that why you deserve to be a Pro Bowler.
For sure. And I'll do Micah Hyde. Just a Micah Hyde. I think you need to be a leader on the defense, right? I think you have to go, business as usual like you have been doing, preparing for the game. Showing the younger players, because this is very important for me, showing the younger players, how to get ready for the playoff game, because you have that experience, even though we did not win, because it's very important, because as you can see, Isaiah McKenzie yesterday, he had to show up. Right, you know what I'm saying? He had to show up, and we don't know how that's going to turn out on the defense. We saw some players step up, when they got the opportunity, and we had an interview with Jaquan Johnson, number 46 of the Buffalo Bills, and what he told us is that Poyer and Micah Hyde and those boys, you know what I'm saying? Their regiment is just like that. It's like clockwork, and I need them to continue to do that, and also try to make a play. Don't be afraid to make a play in the playoffs. You know what I'm saying? Don't be afraid to make a play. But we appreciate that. Listen. I know we about to get off. I got a couple more messages for y'all people. Then we got some predictions. We're going to get off the show. But, Matt, if you have a message for Josh Allen, what are you going to tell him moving forward? And, listen, we're all going to give a message to Josh Allen, by the way.
Josh Allen, keep doing. It's very generic, but keep doing what you're doing. If you do run into issues, don't try to do too much. We saw last year, when the game turned around, Josh would tend to try to do a little too much. He had that fumble late in the game. You don't have to. You have playmakers. You're the best quarterback in football right now. Just keep that going, take it in stride, and keep rolling. Keep doing what you're doing. Very, very generic, but you can't really say much more.
Yo,
at least
Matt
I
is such a Bill apologist.
Oh my God!
He called it a fumble. You talk about when he pitched the ball back.
Listen,
8 yards.
Yeah.
Yeah. Whatever. He fumbled. He that's what I'm saying though. He wilded out though. He wilded out. He tried to make a crazy play. Sometimes the game you slow it down like he's been doing. The dude is in the pocket just chilling. He's doing whatever he wants to do. So,
and I would tell him, don't throw any more 50-yard bombs to fullbacks in the playoffs.
Listen,
he's got Gabe Davis now.
Yeah, for sure. Shout out to Gabe Davis. And listen, if you in the comments, I don't know what this approach is. Tara may know. She's one of the smartest people at Hutch Tech. Some type of Tchaikovsky or I don't know what it's called, but regardless,
you with the mountains and then the Tchaikovsky.
Listen.
What's up with you? You've been listening to too much Tony Robbins or something like that.
Not at all. But I would tell Josh Allen, if you play like you played last year, I'll never want to speak to you again. It's just as simple as that. I don't want to see you. I don't want to say your name. Because that was nothing short of terrible, and you have turned, a corner, and I want you to do better, right? So that's a negative approach, and that's actually, I don't know what that is called, but I'm gonna figure it out. But listen. What's up?
Question before we move off Josh Allen, and how he's playing. If he does play bad, knock on wood, is there any credence to people that's going to say it was because fans was there? So we be worried about next year if fans are allowed the entire time. Are we worried that Josh only had this crazy season because it was no fans?
Well, he didn't play the full season with no. He didn't play no full. He played the full season with no fans here, but there was fans in the stands at a couple
Matt,
of our
we're talking
games.
I'm talking about Buffalo.
11,000 people.
All right.
11,000 people is not 70,000 screaming people.
That's true.
Oh no, I hear you, but I'm just saying you can't
it
throw
was-
that. You
it
can't
was
throw that
people
argument
around.
for 6,700 people. You know, if we're gonna use that argument, then he played against other fans. So I don't know.
I mean, I think it's a mere bag of shells. I think Josh Allen's
Mhm.
fine. I think we found our quarterback for the future, and I'm happy about it. But listen, let's do this. Let's get predictions real quick. What time is it? I'm 7:30. Let's get predictions real quick. Thank you, Tara. I knew you had it for me. But let's get some predictions, Mike. Mike, what's your prediction of the game? What's the score?
The Bills gonna score 30 at least, and I don't think the Colts will keep up. So I'll say 35-17.
Matt?
17, I like it. You know where I'm going. I'm going
31?
31 to 13. Yes.
Oh,
We're
what's
gonna
that?
see
What's
some-
that? What's that? Anagram? What's
Gonna
that?
See my boy Rodrigo Blankenship there a little bit more for the Colts offense or Colts special teams.
What is 31-13?
What do you mean?
What did you call
Well,
it, Mike?
What is that? Anagrams?
Yeah, you said it.
Anagram.
Yeah. All right, we're getting a little ridiculous.
Listen, we from
Yeah.
Shout out to Tech. Yeah, shout out to Tech. Shout out to Tech.
I'm not high in my intelligence.
Yeah, for facts. For facts. I got 34 to 21. I got 34-21. I think they're scored 21 points. I think it's a backdoor score. And a palindrome. I'm sorry.
Palindrome, right?
Yeah.
Palindrome.
What-
That's
what-
an anagram.
I'd say anagram. See, look,
Yo, Tara. Shouts out to Tara, man, because it's funny. She's
fat checking us.
yeah. She used to do the same thing. I had Tara in my class, most of my classes. Shouts out to Tara Hogan, one of the smartest at
I
Tech.
sat right next to Tara in physics.
Yeah.
Tara.
Oh my God. Who was your
yeah,
teacher?
oh, yeah.
Who was your teacher, Mike?
Chirp. Yeah, I was
Chirp.
in your class.
Yeah, shout out to Chirp. Yeah, if you watching Chirp, shouts out to Chirp. You know what I'm saying? I was probably listen. We ain't gonna talk about that physics exam, but that's neither here nor there. Matt, we gotta talk about the contest. I see people putting scores up in the comments. We definitely appreciate that. But Matt, can you tell people how to handle the contest properly? We don't want any fixed business anymore.
Nope. No, everybody did really well this week. Everybody that got in, they got in correctly. They did what they were supposed to do. So I appreciate that. But this week we're gonna do it the same way. We're gonna put up a post. We're gonna clip this right now that I'm speaking right now. We're gonna clip it. We're gonna make a new post. Everybody's gonna make a prediction on that post. You comment on that post what you think the Bill score will be. So everybody's putting their predictions in these comments. Transfer that same prediction over to our new post that we'll have up.
Facts.
And as a tiebreaker, you will have you predict the total Bills passing yards for the week. So that'll be just a total Bills. I put up the picture at the end of the contest and let you guys know what that is. When you guys are done with that, you're gonna tag 2 people. You're gonna have to make sure you tag people, not just write their names in or just leave that part blank. Because if you leave it blank, we're gonna omit that. So you're gonna do that, and that's gonna complete the contest. The winner this week, we're gonna have two winners this week. First prize is going to be a Wing Kings gift card for $30. And the second prize will be an Overdue Bills t-shirt. So we will let the first prize winner, we'll let you decide. And then the whatever you don't want, the second place winner will get. So we won't limit you to either or I'm sorry, we won't limit you to one or another. We'll let you do either or.
Facts. So definitely enter in that contest. We're gonna put that up. And let me say this again: subscribe to us on all platforms. YouTube, Mike just put the YouTube in the comments. We need y'all to go there, subscribe. We're trying to monetize, trying to get the bag. And also we want you to follow us, Twitter, Overdue Bills Pod, Instagram, and we also have the website, overduebillspod.com. We got the website. We got our senior editor in chief, Mike Daniels, of course, looking for writers. You know what I'm saying? If you want to.
I'm writing an article to pregame the Colts, the playoff game. So look for that coming out soon.
Definitely be on the lookout for that. And we looking, if you want to write an article, please send it to us. You know what I'm saying? We checking all platforms. And again, as Matt said, we giving out a t-shirt in the contest, but we got the merch. And we want to give it to you. So hit us up for the merch. Matt, how much the merch costs?
At 25 for the tees and 40 for the hoodies. And then if you need them shipped out, it's a little small shipping cost, but we can figure that out depending on where it's going. So,
yes, we could definitely figure that out. And also,
I want pictures. I want to be tagged in pictures Saturday of everybody wearing their Overdue Bills gear at the playoff party.
That's a fact.
Socially distant playoff party.
Yes. And shouts out to our guy Rad. Hopefully speedy recovery. And Mills delivered them stimulus checks. You know what I'm saying? So be on the lookout for your stimmies. But listen. Go Bills, and as customary, as every show we end with a little. Hey.
Let's go.